Hi TV people! So, behind me we have this house from the tickling stick, right the way through to where this corner Castle brickwork is there. So we're converting this a commercial building, I think it was. It was originally 2 flats. We are converting this into a 6-bed, all-ensuite HMO. And this is a progress update. So I've done 1 video so far. This is the second one, so it's part 2. And there's probably been about a week and a half, 2 weeks between this. So progress on this one is very, very, very quick. And with in light of many issues that I've had recently with the boom, as we call it, with building work and lots of stuff going on, I'm finding that trades are starting jobs late, rushing to get onto the next job. Quality's not very good. Getting them back to do the snags because it's not very good is taking ages. It's just not working. I mean, there's too much work, not enough trade. So I've taken the plunge, people, and I'm back on the tools. Look at this. I'm actually doing the stuff myself, with obviously other lads, but I'm overseeing projects from now on site myself. And since I've been doing so, loads more work, loads. Anyway, so again, this is a HMO conversion. I went off on a bit of a tangent there. So we've got the stairs up there, so we're creating a 60-minute fire corridor there. So we're going to be pink boarding this wall on both sides. Also this framework that we put up here, so we've got some studs going in. It's not quite complete just yet. The journey only finished about 10 minutes ago. But we are getting there, so we put a big door in, so obviously thinking about things that are going forwards, using my brain. This is a nice big double door there, so just think when it's all done, the tenants have got to bring in a settee or a wardrobe or something to go in there. So we've put a nice big 33-inch door in there, so we've got plenty of space to get the settee in there. So thinking people. So we are doing things slightly differently on this one, folks. We are doing a 6-bed HMO, but we're doing it with a little bit of a difference, as we're going to give an absolute load of communal space to try and make that communal living a bit better for this. And then we're actually aiming this one towards students. And when I say we're making it a bit better, we are giving loads of space. So if you imagine this wall behind me, so I'm going to set the scene now. Set the scene. Sit down. Get yourself a cup of tea or coffee, get yourself some biscuits, and listen to the Jack and Ori story. Okay, so we have ceilings. So this ceiling height is 3.3 meters high. It's massive. We've got really big chimneys, but we're going to leave those intact. We've got really big bay window, letting lots and lots of light in. So again, if I pan around here and stand in the corner, to hopefully appreciate the size of this, so maybe if I go and stand here, maybe you can see a little bit more. It's huge. So this alone in here is, I think it's something like 28 or 32 square meters in this bit alone. And then we've got some more space in this room behind me. So I'm going to go in there in a little bit more detail. So in this room, what we're going to be doing is designing, is that wall there, the pink board, is going to be where the kitchen is. There's a little bit more to finish off because we're going to take the pin board just to there where my tickling stick is, there, the finger. We're going to bring the stud work there to make it nice and tidy and easy for the plasterers. We're going to leave this stanchion here on show. So this is actually a big metal pole that goes from the floor and goes up, and it actually sits under metal RSJ there that holds the entire house up. And that there also holds the roof because there's a wall above it that holds the purlins and the roof. So that's doing an awful lot of work. Now that's the original steel there. So it was actually designed to be open plan all that time ago when it was originally built. So we're going to keep that and maintain it as a feature, because what we're going to do in this one, we're going to try and make it a bit more urban theme, as we've done in the past. And then what we're going to do here is, if we imagine where the stud work is, coming out there, we're going to make a little bit of stud to create the illusion of a separate room, but we're not going to be filling the stud work, and we're going to leave the slats in there. And we're going to make a L-shaped sofa to sit in here, like so, where my finger is. We're going to have an entrance over there, and we're going to put the TV on this chimney breast over here. So that is the communal space, and then as I'm panning around, we're gonna have a table and chairs here because it's that big of a space. And then over here, we're gonna have the kitchen all along this wall. So this is a massive, massive, massive room. We're gonna keep these high ceilings as well, just to give the, well, not to give the illusion, but so we really want to sell this when tenants walk in. So literally, it's a massive, massive space. So when you walk in there, we want the wow factor, the X factor. I'm not gonna sing because I can't sing. Where are we? So we've got a little bit of stud work here. We've got some noggins to go in, which are the bits that go between here. So a noggin, what is a noggin, John? We've got no nogs in this one yet, but a noggin is a piece of wood that goes from that strut to that strut there to make it more secure. And you generally put it across where the plasterboards are, so you've got something to screw in. So it takes the bounce out of the wall and makes it more solid. But again, we haven't finished yet, as you can see. It is work in progress, folks. Might have some noggins upstairs I can show you. So back to this, so we're going to be creating a bit more stud work around this opening here. We're going to put a fire door on there. So then we're talking about the compartmentation for the fire. So then there's going to be a fire break inside there, so there's no fire can come through. The stud work that we're going to build here, from this corner, will be pink boarded as well to create a fire corridor. And inside there is actually going to be a wardrobe, and that's going to be a walk-in wardrobe for this bedroom, and then the other side of here is going to be a good size ensuite for that same bedroom. So that bedroom has two. I'll go into that one in a bit more detail. So again, going back to this bit. Oh, stood on a joist hanger. Right, and across there we're going to have a fire door to stop this, to separate this room from this room. And then in this room, so if we stand here, there's a bit of a wire hanging down. This is the tea room, Luke. Makeshift tea. This is the builder's way of doing stuff. Get an old door, put the kettle on there, and make a brew. Right then, so what are we doing in here, John? This will be the entrance. There'll be a fire door on there to that bedroom. And then in here, we're going to make a sort of, I think it's going to be 4 computer desk spaces using some OSB board. I'll show you what that is in the later video. So if you're following this in the YouTube channel, you will see progress going forward, but it's basically going to be just come a quiet study room, which is another reason why in here we're going to put a fire door on there, and we're going to make that an acoustic wall as well to try and keep the noise in there so if people are partying. That's pretty much all I can say about this so far. We're just breaking up an old window here. It's not quite finished. We've got some comments to go on the top. So the bedroom that I was referring to, this is the downstairs bedroom. So we've got 2 doorways there. So I kind of did a lot of the design of this myself. So what we did is we had 2 windows here in the existing property. So rather than cutting out and putting steels in, we've used the existing openings because the lintels are already in, which is basically the structural parts that are holding the brickwork up. So it's easy to just cut it down there, and just bang a door in. So in this bedroom, you've got entrance. You've got a huge window, so we'll be changing this for fire egress windows. This will be changed to UPVC. So again, you're going to walk in there, all that's going to be plastered. You're going to have a door there and a door there. This door is going to be the entrance to your ensuite, and this door is going to be the entrance to a walk-in wardrobe. So all this room actually has to house is a bed. And believe you me, it's quite a good sized room. And like I say, you're getting plenty of natural light as well. So this will be really, really good. We've had to remove the roof. So we've put in a new warm roof. What's a warm roof? A warm roof is a flat roof that's got some OSB board, so some plyboard, which is this board here, and then it's got 120 mils worth of insulation, and then it's got another layer of ply, and then we put some rubber on the top of it, and that's a warm roof. So the insulation's already built in and it's at the top of there. So all we've got to do underneath here is make sure it's ventilated. Talking of ventilation, not that you can probably see it, but at the back of this here, we've got some soffit vents, so which means they'll be drilled, which means the airflow can continue down here. So we've got the heat at the top, sorry, the insulation at the top, then we've got ventilation between, and we have some plasterboards at the bottom, and that stops and prevents the sweating upstairs from condensation. And then we've also had to do is put a wall plate in. So a wall plate is a large piece of timber that goes from one piece of brickwork here, goes all the way across this top of this sash window and sits on there. And then we'll have to put some back straps, which are basically long straps that will... Back straps! Back straps! What's a back strap, John? It's a piece of metal with lots and lots of holes. And it's dead complicated and it's got a little bit on the top. And all you do is put that at the top, like so, screw it down and then screw it to the wall. And all that does is anchors the top part of the timber into the brickwork to stop any movement. And that's basically it. So there's a back strap for you folks. And that's what we've done there. So again, the flat roof is now done. This bedroom has been converted. It's been made up now, and it's moving quite nicely, this project. So we've done that this week. We've actually had a bit of an incident where next doors, with all the weather we've been having, all the roof has collapsed and come into our yard, is just preventing some work, shall we say? But that's a different matter. These things can't be helped. So then walking through into this property. Tell you what, you probably don't know where I am now because I've been mumbling on, so I'm going to put you up a set of plans so you've got an idea. So I'm at the back of the property now, which is going to become like the laundry room. So I'm going to put it up right now. So shitting! And there we go. So this is going to be the laundry room. It's very, very dark. There's no window. However, so for some washing machines, etc., it doesn't make any difference. So that's a ground floor done. This is the entrance to the cellar. I love the cellar in this property. The cellar has got a really, really high ceiling. I can stand in there. We're going to use that as a plant room, but we've got no lights down there at the minute. So the plumber's starting in 2 weeks' time. So I'll do another video then and walk you through it. So we've got the downstairs layout. So like I say, in terms of this, the theme of this video as well is it's all about giving communal space and trying to create like a co-living sort of thing. So we've got a load of communal space in there, and we've also got all this room as communal space, because remember this is going to become the study. So there's going to have some computer desks in there, which we're going to actually make ourselves. And then you've got the laundry room, which is through there as well. So I think the total communal space for this property is something like 50 something square meters, which is an awful lot. Now the investor could have tried to squeeze in more rooms, but decided against it because he's trying to give more back to lessen his voids. This man's thinking about the future. I like it. So there's Minton tiles there. We've got lovely big stairs here, really tall ceilings. I'm not going to look forward to plastering that, I can tell you. So this one will be bedroom 2, which has got my little plasterboard cutting room. Again, we've got a fire egress window there. There's the new rubber roof that we've put on. So it's now watertight. And when I was talking to you about the next door, it's collapsed in the wind and it's fell through into our garden. Never mind. So this room, stand back here so you can get a clear view of what it is. So like I say, it's a good size room. Then through there, we're going to have an ensuite, and this ensuite is going to be really, really big. I think this is 6 meters alone, 6 square meters alone. So we're going to put a really big shower in, toilet to sink. It's got its own big window. We'll have to change glass there. So here's a bit of a tip for you. If you do have a window that's going to become, when you do these conversions, if you do have a window that you need to change because you want it to obscure, you can actually just change the glass. Or you can buy some film that you can put on there rather than changing the actual window. There you go, a little bit of a tip. So these are the original stairs that go up to the loft, which come down here and round. Now these are obviously existing. Now these are extremely tight. All that is dead space. So we're actually going to have the stairs starting there and then going up to there with a sub landing and then going up again. It's all obviously have to be done by building control, but the idea is then to make that a more usable space for a tenant, because again, how you're going to get beds up there, wardrobes, and again, if you're coming in and you're drunk, that's an awkward staircase to try and navigate. So we're changing all that, but then that also creates a little bit more space because that's a bedroom in there. So we can actually bring the bedroom to here and capture more room space. So this will become, this will be a bedroom underneath these stairs now. It's got a really good size ensuite. And when I was talking to you before about noggins, it's these pieces of wood here that go across. They are noggins. What are noggins? So there you go. So that's a typical stud wall. We've got some cross members there to give it a bit of rigidity to stop it from bouncing. Bounce, bounce, bounce. And then at the top, we always put those in there because that's the height of the plasterboard, so we've got something to screw in, and we've got something for the other plasterboards there. So, there are your struts, there are your nogs, on the noggin. So again, back into here, we've got a fire egress window, fire escape there. Spin it round, we've got a room here, I think this is about 9 or 10 square metres. And obviously it's going to be cast out further to where my hand is roughly, because these stairs are coming out. That'll be a lot easier to show you once the stairs go in, but they're on order. We've actually got a massive waiting time for the stairs. So this one's bedroom 3. And then what we've done, again, if you've seen the floor plans, I'll put them back up again. Shooting! This is the corridor space that we've designed. So we've got the wall going along there. And then what we've done is we've actually opened up, so we put some lintels in there. We've opened a doorway up here into this bedroom. So we've got a bit of a corridor here, which is all been studied out now and lined. So we've got a great big bay window behind me. A little bit of a greenery there for the old tenants. And if I spin around here, so I'm stood in the bay now, we've got an ensuite there. We've got a little bit of a reveal there, that's the ensuite for next doors, and that's the entrance there. So we've got a room here. This one's about 12 square metres without the ensuite. So like I say, we're fortunate in this building is really, really big in the first place. And this again's got a 3-metre ceiling. So again, lots and lots of height. Oh, it's going to be beautiful, this is, folks. And then into this bedroom, we've got another one, which is another 12-metre room with an ensuite inside there, which I haven't finished boarding that off. But we put some boards in there, put some strips down, and then that one's done. And last but not least is up the stairs. Ooh, the staircase doesn't like my weight, especially now we've taken half the wall out. Okay, so another little bit for you is building regs. Because the bottom of the staircase is open to create the 60-minute fire corridor, so all this is going to have to be pin boarded. When we go down there with the new stairs, when you come up, building control want basically a square metre landing for you to stand on before you come in, which is a shame because it's taken out probably a little bit more than a square metre, to be fair, probably about 1,500 now. But then the doorway will be in there, but that is building control. Building control's instructions rather than our own. So this room is going to look a little bit strange, but it will work because we can get a full double bed in there between that and the stud. It's over here. We'll get a double bed in there. We're going to build a little bit of a desk there inside that window space. The wardrobe will go there in that bit of a cavity, and then obviously we've got stud work there for the ensuite. And a little bit of a feature inside this ensuite. And this is all existing, by the way, folks. We haven't put this in. We've only put the stud work in. It's actually got a skylight. And this is on the third story, so you can have a naked shower that no one can see, but you've got a bit of natural daylight. And there you go. That all looks pretty good. So there we go, folks. Part 2 of this YouTube series, of this HMO. Like I say, we are motoring on this. There's lots and lots of speed on it, so stay tuned for more info and whatever you need. If you're enjoying this, if you need any questions asked, get in touch below. And apart from that, I'll see you next time, folks. Mwah. Love you.